Hi, this is Belladonna again with Century 21. Hey, thank you for tuning into this week's video blog. So I am really excited about this topic, and it is a subject that has come up quite a lot recently, and that is, are we looking at a new housing bubble here in Utah? So for those that don't know, our home values in Utah have risen 48% in the last 5 years, and that is absolutely unprecedented. As a matter of fact, it's so good, it's leading a lot of people to ask the question, is it safe? Are we looking at another bubble here in Utah? Okay, so this is going to be a pretty data-heavy video, so please just hang in there and bear with me. And for this one, I will be consulting a few notes. So the great news is there is absolutely no sign of a housing bubble in the state of Utah, and that is coming from James Wood, PhD economist at the University of Utah, who is the economic advisor to the governor, as well as the chief economist for NAR, the National Association of Realtors, and they just came out with their report at the beginning of the month. So there are a couple of special characteristics of a housing bubble that are currently not present in Salt Lake County or Utah County. So that first characteristic is a rapid rise in household debt. So to give you an example, 3 years preceding the Great Recession of '08, household debt here in the state of Utah rose a dramatic 35%. And that rise was due primarily to refinancing existing mortgages, taking out home equity lines of credit, or picking up a second mortgage. Now, currently, there is absolutely no sign of that happening in Utah. The debt load is currently extremely healthy, so we don't have that to worry about. Now, the second indicator of a bubble is a lack of affordability. So there's actually a way to see where affordability is ranking. So it's actually called the Housing Affordability Index. To give you an idea, if the index is at 50, that's a nice, healthy market. Enough people can afford housing to keep the market healthy. Again, to give you an example, right before the market crash, the affordability in Utah was only 30, well below the healthy mark. Right now, as of the end of 2016, our affordability index was a whopping 70, so probably putting us at one of the best affordability markets in the country. So we're not looking at that as a problem for a housing bubble. Now, we've got two things going on that are specific to Utah that also indicate that there is no bubble in sight. The first one is that we have an actual housing shortage. So for the first time, probably in state history, but we can say officially in 40 years that we've really been tracking this data, we have a larger number of households in Utah than we have actual housing units, meaning we've got more people that want places than we have homes for them. And it is driving both prices for home sales and for rentals up pretty quickly. But again, we're still within good affordability limits. However, it negates the fear that this is all going to come tumbling down anytime soon. And then last but not least, is the state of the Utah job economy. So to give you an idea, since the year 2000, the entire country had a jobs growth rate of 11%. In Salt Lake County, we were a whopping 33%, 3 times the national average for job growth. And if you're in Utah County, forget about it. You guys are at 35%, and that's because Silicon Slopes is stealing half of Silicon Valley. And it is driving jobs out there like crazy. So hopefully, if you've been feeling some concern, like it can't possibly be this good, what's going to happen next? This will put those fears at rest. There is no sign of a housing bubble, at least for Utah, anytime soon. Hey, thanks again for tuning in. I hope you find these informational, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.